Hey there, folks. Champesca here, bringing another audio commentary. Today I'm going to be doing a game from the Grubby's recent live stream. It's going to be between obviously Grubby and a random player called Nelfishard. Obviously, sort of a little joke here because he's clearly playing Orc. So it's going to be an Orc mirror. Hopefully we're going to see some interesting strategy. Certainly, whenever Grubby plays random people, he tends to like to go for crazy stuff. But he is he is at least playing Orc, so he's not going to be playing sort of completely out of the box. Maybe we'll have to see exactly what his strategy is. Anyways, yeah, so it's a pretty interesting live stream so far, and I did manage to watch all the show matches between him and Thomas G, but I didn't see any of these games, so we'll have to see how well they go. A fast warm-up actually for Nelfishard here, so perhaps he's going to be going either for a very quick tech, which wouldn't be unheard of, but certainly you don't want to be doing something crazy like that against Grubby, surely. Or maybe he's going to be going for headhunters. We'll have to see exactly what his plan is. We are seeing a Blade Master from NL, I'll call him, and a Tauren Chieftain actually from Grubby. Pretty interesting play, and actually a pretty funny chat log as well. But a Tauren Chieftain from Grubby, it's a pretty interesting choice. Actually, during the question part, I asked Grubby what his favorite hero would be if results didn't matter, and he said either the Tauren Chieftain or the Warden. So actually going for double barracks as well. Crazy strategy here. I guess Tauren Chieftain with headhunters is quite a common strategy in 2 versus 2, but we're not seeing any warmill from Grubby, so actually really weird play from both sides here. No barracks yet from Nelfishard. Actually, barracks just going up now for Nelf, so we might be seeing some sort of late push from him. Maybe we'll have to see exactly what he plans. Grubby not scouted yet, but NF has, and he's scouting out the second barracks, and that's really important for him to scout out because he knows that there's going to be a lot of pressure coming on him now, and so he's going to know that he's going to need to be massing, and he will actually scout out the Tauren Chieftain as well. That's going to be really nice for him. Grubby going for Aura first, and actually looks like he's going to try and take out this peon, which is just going to waste a lot of his time. And the Blade Master looks like he's just going to be coming in to harass. Obviously, with no grunts of his own, creeping's going to be a lot slower, and you can do a lot better just by harassing their creeping. And Tauren Chieftain now, sort of 25 experience, will go and presumably creep out these wizards, but this Blade Master will be coming in right on time. Does use Windwalk as well, so it looks like he won't be able to get the first creep, but he might be able to steal one creep off him, although obviously these creeps aren't worth much anyways, and so he does just go for the TC just to do a bit more damage. Considering that Grubby doesn't have a Voodoo Lounge as well, this is probably a good choice. Going for mass grunts now, Grubby is, and NF is going dual barracks as well, but with this warmill maybe he's going to be going for a really high damage output army and just go for Blade Master and lots of headhunters. It'd be a really interesting game actually if this was happening. Obviously it's going to be interesting anyways because Tauren Chieftain first is always fun. Cloak of Shadows, that's actually not a bad item in the situation, just because it's going to provide an easy way to hide from that Blade Master when it does hit night, which it is about to any second now. And these grunts now coming out really quickly for Grubby, and I think that is going to cause quite a few troubles from Adolf here. Grubby actually making good use of his cloak there, managing to hide, and Grubby already with 4 grunts, which is really impressive considering we're 3.5 minutes into this game. But I imagine Blade Master is now going to actually buy a boots, and that's going to really do a tremendous amount for him because it's going to allow him to chase down that Tauren Chieftain very nicely. Even with that aura, he will be able to chase him down. Grubby actually getting a Mantle of Intelligence, another nice item for the Tauren Chieftain there. And we are now seeing headhunters for Anoff, and hopefully we're going to be seeing some sort of a quick push from him, although obviously against grunts that's going to be pretty tricky. He's going to need to be microing pretty well. I'm not sure exactly how good he is, but considering he's going for a crazy strategy, it's much harder to tell how good someone is. But actually does manage to cancel Grubby's Voodoo Launch there, so that is something. And Grubby is now putting up a warmill of his own actually. Still I don't think it's scouted out the base, but Enof is coming in with lots of peons now, so I guess he's going to be trying to tower rush Grubby, and this could go pretty well for him considering Grubby has pretty low a pretty low hero. He has finally hit level 2 now, and I'm not actually sure against Headhunters and Towers. Shockwave might actually be better than Stomp. I'm not 100% sure about this. Obviously, Stomp would be better than Shockwave in normal sort of Orc Mirror, just because they have so few units. When you get a Stomp, you actually might just catch a fair few of their units. Whereas in this specific situation though, I think Shockwave might actually be better. I wonder if Grubby's actually chosen a skill yet. Let's take a look. No, Grubby hasn't chosen his skill yet. He doesn't need to for quite a while. And Grubby actually bringing out the creeps here, so he can just get some really easy creepy out and creep out these mud golems without being slowed. And that's something, or It's really worth doing if you can. But meanwhile, Grubby actually, his base is in a bit of trouble now. These peons actually didn't manage to repair that burrow. This war mill will go up though, so Grubby could put defensive towers in his base, but these offensive towers look like they'll go up earlier. Unless Grubby manages to get back in, you might want to TP in, although he's taking a lot of damage on all his units now. He could be in a bit of trouble here actually. This would be pretty embarrassing. And Grubby clearly surprised by this. And actually Grubby also playing under the name evil.grubby. I'm not sure this is a permanent name change for him. I quite like it actually, but we'll have to see if that, because obviously it fits with evil geniuses as well, and it's a pretty awesome name as well. Grubby obviously going to buy some mercs and then probably TP in, leaving actually this one grunt here maybe just so he can pick up more mercs. They would just get killed so quickly anyways, and he is now TPing in, and we'll have to see where Grubby TPs, because he might just want to, yeah, he is just TPing into the watchtowers, and Grubby is now level 3, so he does have level 2 shockwave, which he has now skilled, and that's actually been very effective against these towers. Has managed to take down 2 of them, but 3 of them have now gone up, and looks like the shockwave will be able to take down at least 1 more. And Grubby's going to continue to focus on these towers. Obviously, with their armor type, they're so easy to take down that Grubby's doing an excellent job there, using his wand of mana stealing to get even more mana. He still has enough mana for 2 more shockwaves. Just so powerful, and you can just see the amount of damage that shockwave does. And then just uses hide as well. But dust being used, actually very nice purchase there by Enough buying dust. And Grubby's Tauren Chieftain down to 60 hit points now. Does actually use a wand of mana stealing, although he didn't need to, which is a bit odd. Maybe he just was trying to stop the Blade Master from having enough mana, but Blade Master did have boots anyway, so he could just chase him down even without a Windwalk. And so Grubby in a bit of trouble now. We'll need to tavern, or actually he's not taverning back his Tauren Chieftain. He's just going to be buying it back at the alternate, so he's really going to need to be playing very defensively for quite a long time now. And because he does have a level 3 hero, maybe he'll put up some more towers in his base, which will just hold off the army for a bit longer. But meanwhile, Voodoo Lounge not going out for N-Elf just outside the base. That's really quite an important thing, I think, because he does have a fair few low units, and he will be able to heal up and continue to attack actually at the same time, because Grubby doesn't have his hero out. And this actually one Berserker being put to good use actually, and Headhunter's coming up now for Grubby as well. Obviously you can just get some ranged hits and then run back in and try and force your opponent to move to within your burrow range. And actually Grubby's putting up a tower now as well, so perhaps that's his plan. And this one low Headhunter probably should just stay back until this Voodoo Lounge finishes, because it's not like he's going to do a crucial amount of damage. And now finally going for that altar. He probably should have gone for that a bit earlier, but I'm just going for it now and actually pulling back now as well. So looks like Grubby might actually manage to get his hero back, because it's going to be pretty tricky for N-Elf to actually get rid of it, especially considering the position of these, the burrow and the watchtower that's going up now, and actually another tower going up in the back of Grubby's base. It has almost finished, and this one low Headhunter did actually a bit of damage, but very nice micro from Grubby there. Manages to use that individual grunt just to block off that Blade Master, and he can now use his Shadow Priest just to heal off that Headhunter. Very, very nice there by Grubby. And it looks like N-Elf is maybe coming in to build some more towers. That would certainly be a good idea. I'm not sure what his economy is like really. He presumably lost out on a fair bit of lumber. Yeah, only 4 peons in his base harvesting lumber, and he's actually producing more, so he might have some more in the future, but certainly doesn't quite yet. And so we won't be seeing towers immediately, but Grubby's Tauren Chieftain is now out. Probably moves to Shockwave pretty quickly because he wanted to take out these towers before they go up. And yeah, look, oh, very nice Shockwave there actually. I think caught N-Elf by surprise, so he didn't manage to cancel that one tower, which is a bit of a shame. But are we now putting up another tower out as well, just outside that, or just inside the Altar of Storms? And Grubby, no Voodoo Lounge at this point, which is a bit of a problem for him. Ideally, he could get one built so he could just have clarity potions for his Tauren Chieftain, because obviously the Tauren Chieftain is so reliant on mana that. But I'm not seeing one at this point, so this could cause a bit of problem for Grubby, and so it's a bit of a shame, but I think we'll probably see one eventually, and we'll have to see how Grubby decides to play it. Grubby just bringing in his Berserker here just to get a couple of free hits off on that watchtower. It obviously takes a bit of damage from the towers, but so it's just so you can just do so much damage with a Berserker against a constructing building. And Grubby now getting some nice positioning on with this one Tauren Chieftain, just managing to get some hits off on that Troll Headhunter, but he is very much still stuck in his base, and very much not in control of this game, and getting pretty close to 100 mana though, so we might eventually see another Shockwave, hopefully for Grubby at least, but he did manage. Grubby is just sort of stalling at this point. He's just cancelling any tower that's being built, and Speech Goal now being used as well. I think N-Elf does just need to get behind his towers, maybe just for a bit of physical protection rather than for the damage even. And Clarity and Healing Salve cancelled by one of Grubby's Headhunters, and it looks like Grubby's putting up a Voodoo Launcher just up outside of space. That's very clever. It's going to mean that it's probably not going to be discovered. And the Tauren Chieftain actually is getting pretty close to level 4 now. Obviously level 4 isn't sort of the most brilliant of levels, but certainly that ore is pretty useful. And Grubby now going for shopping, picking up a healing staff, but actually getting it cancelled, and this Blade Master chasing him down again. And if Grubby loses his hero again, this could actually be it for him. And using speed scroll though very nicely, and just managing to force the Blade Master to run in circles and be attacked by all of Grubby's units, many of which are ranged, so obviously makes it even easier. And Grubby does now have a couple towers up in his base and putting up another one as well, so it looks like we will see some pretty defensive play from Grubby while he just sort of waits to rebuild his army and get his hero sort of back to fighting shape. And Grubby's one grunt now, actually getting pretty low, but this Blade Master also pretty low, and looks like it's going to be chased down and will be forced to run away. And a very nice shockwave there from Grubby, just managed to get the kill on that Blade Master, and gets level 4 on that Tauren Chieftain. And now Grubby's sort of in very much control. I think he should probably just push straight into the towers at this point. A couple more are being built, but